and this can apply to barbell rows, deadlifts, or lat pull downs, or chin-ups, or any movement where your hand is the primary force that's pulling the weight. The first thing to consider with any pulling movement is how you're engaging with the bar or dumbbell you're moving. So you have two options. You can either adopt the thumb under or thumb over grip. I personally would encourage the thumb over grip with a pulling motion. The reason for this is it encourages more of a hook style engagement with what you're moving. Anything where your forearms and your hands are essentially hooks are going to produce a more effective pulling motion when you're executing the exercise. The second thing I want to talk about with pulling mechanics is the position of your head. So, for example, with the underhand barbell row we're going to use to illustrate here, the head position should be just above neutral. You should be making a conscious effort to look up. That way, you're going to continuously engage your spinal erectors and you're going to produce a less rounded position. This will encourage a greater degree of scapular movement, which ultimately is how back and lat activation is expressed. So if you'd like to demonstrate for us the underhand barbell row, in your mind, it's very important you think about just pulling your elbow past 90 degrees. And the second thing I want to talk about with that movement is a slow, enhanced negative. Any pulling motion, I typically will recommend to people to focus on an enhanced negative. And what I mean by that is you make a conscious effort to make the negative portion of the movement a lot slower than the initial portion. So there's no tendency to just drop the weight and to disengage your lats and your back and to round yourself out. So if you'd like to demonstrate. That's it. Enhanced negative.